As India enters 2013, the economy has ebbed to one of its lowest points in recent times. We spoke to some of the country's top bosses and asked them what they think are the key challenges that need to be addressed this year.
For 2013, I would say is essentially the policy reforms which have been announced, A, I think are sound, and B, very much needed. But I'm sure there'll be headwind against those reforms being put in place. So the challenge for the government and indeed for the country would be to actually implement those reforms.
We have to start focusing on execution and implementation. I think it's very, very important to get the trust back for all stakeholders on the Indian economy, on the India story, and that is, I think, very, very important. We have to leverage the positive momentum that we have got in 2013 and focus on implementation.
The most important reform that the government needs to bring back governance into the system. Take government out of many discretionary authorities and create this atmosphere of how do I get high growth, how do I get employment. India, the average age of India is 26 years and 7 months. Employment is a big issue. So you must get growth in employment.
I think in general it's really the budget deficit. If we in India are not able to control the budget deficit, then I think the economic growth will keep being low. And by low economic growth, everyone will suffer. You know, you don't get enough creation of new jobs, there will be not enough consumer confidence. So in a way, the growth engine stutters. So I think getting the budget deficit under control is the right thing to do.
The goods and services tax. That one reform will add about 2 percentage points to India's GDP growth rate, other things being equal. It will be a game changer for the country. We can get back on a fast growth track, and then various other reforms could form a sort of a virtuous cycle.
The one key thing is any measure, whether it's the NIB or an empowered group of ministers, whatever it is, does something to ensure that stalled projects get off the ground. And that in turn spurs a whole lot of new investment plans, and because there is no dearth of entrepreneurship, there is no dearth of financing. We just need to get the policy framework done so that that investment engine can really fire on all cylinders.
There's a very overwhelming issue right now, and it's become top of mind, which is on corruption. And obviously that needs to be addressed because that undermines a lot of the other issues that are there in the Indian economy. So I would say transparency and execution in legislation would be the two big things.
The developed economies are not these days giving you enough return at all. So therefore it's a real opportunity for countries like India to actually step up and say, guys, we are here. From a long-term perspective, risk is actually low. The market's there, blah, blah, all of that, and therefore capital should come in here. But if you don't do that, then it's such a missed opportunity, as I think happened in 2012, that you sometimes worry about, is 2013 going to be another missed opportunity? Because it need not be a missed opportunity.
Indian markets got off to a good start for 2013.